Hi everybody, it's Friday and we're on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange with Jim Cramer to break down all of today's market action. And Jim, we're awaiting a potential government shutdown, but the market's not really caring.
Because, I mean, this is not about the S&P rating of our country. It's more of something where they're going to have to solve it eventually. I care about, obviously we all care about workers who don't get paid, but I care about what are they going to tell us about the IRS? Is that essential, not essential? Because we want our checks. The people in America want their checks. And if this delays the check coming back, checks come later. We know that impacted retail last year. People were banking on the money, they didn't get the money. It's important that IRS work and get those checks back to people.
Although if these shutdown worries cause some volatility in the markets, I know we're all waiting for a pullback in Boeing.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's every time the government shutdown has loomed, so to speak, it does cause a dip in the market. Boeing is just using that as a metaphor of some of the great cyclical companies that have not come in, whether it be Caterpillar, Honeywell. Fractional orders, we can talk about this, but we would buy Honeywell in a nanosecond if it came in off a government shutdown.
Yeah, Boeing's up, what, like 25% since your interview with Dennis Muhlenberg?
Yeah, it was December 7th, and the stock was at 279. Look, it's gone, it cracked through 350 easily. That's a multi-year story. We're in year 2.
Meanwhile, Jim, IBM obviously releasing earnings. Did the results change the minds of anyone?
It's problematic. First of all, it is a reinvention. Second, there is going to be growth next year. I think it may only be 1%. Third, the gross margins weren't that great, so people are questioning whether the growth is sustainable. Fourth, the mainframe sales are extraordinarily strong. But fifth, in the end, it's an inexpensive stock that needs more of a catalyst than just that there's going to be revenue growth, because that was why the stock flew up. Katie Morgan Stanley, excellent work about the relevance of IBM in terms of what the chief information officers are thinking in the country. I do think that IBM does great blockchain work, which does matter. That deal with Maersk is very significant. I think that IBM has very good augmented intelligence. I do think that the stock at 12.5 times earnings is a buy.
Huh. And you had Martin Schroeder on Mad Money last night. He said his new role will be more involved with clients versus shareholders.
Yeah, I mean, Martin was the former CFO. Now he's a global senior vice president. That was the job that Ginny Rometty had before she became the CEO. Again, nobody who liked the stock changed their mind, still likes it. Nobody who hates it changed their mind, still hates it. We did have a Barclays upgrade the other day, but they didn't really champion it today. Relevance of IBM, that's really the issue. I do believe that the mainframe is incredibly popular and the strategic imperatives. There was some problem with some execution, but I do think that things will work out. I think they could even do $14 next year. If they do $14, then you figure the stock could only go to $190. Warren Buffett apparently still in there. Who knows if he's still selling? It's unexciting, but it's cheap.
All right, meanwhile, American Express suspending buybacks for the first half. Any reason
it's all paper trading. I mean, American Express had their capital dip below where it should be. What matters is the earnings momentum. They have good earnings momentum. I rank them PayPal, then Visa, then MasterCard, then Square, then American Express.
Well, and Square got a lot of attention recently over that whole Bitcoin thing.
Right, now it's just it's an earnings story. I mean, they actually have a very good profile. David Viniar, former CFO of Goldman, who's on the board. Sarah Fryer, a fabulous analyst, is the CFO. She does amazing. And obviously, Jack Dorsey. We use one of their products at Bar San Miguel. We're very satisfied with it. Square is a play on the small and medium-sized business, which happens to be doing very well in this economy.
All right, Jim, big weekend for the Eagles on Sunday. Wishing you luck.
Yeah, I mean, I think that people underestimate the defense. I think people underestimate the how difficult it is to play at the link. If this game were to be played in Minnesota, I think that you'd want to, I think you think Minnesota could win. Eagles are not a cocky team. Congratulations to Malcolm Jenkins, birth of a baby girl. But I think that there is a Brian Dawkins-like element. You should follow him on Twitter if you want to know what greatness is. And it's a Dawkins spirit in that stadium. It is almost an ethereal nature of what the Eagles bring in conjunction with the link, and they're a loved team. And there's not many NFL teams that you can say these days are loved.
All right, good luck to the
I'll
Birds.
be there.
Jim, we're going to continue the conversation. Please join us on ActionAlertsPlus.com.